Hey guys, I wanted to talk about ice fishing, a little bit different topic than normal. It's been a long time since I made a video, but I've taken up ice fishing since the pandemic, and I bought myself a used auger. I was using a hunting blind at first, and then I bought myself a insulated tent. So it was a way to, Canadian winters are long and cold, so it was a way to kind of bridge that time a little bit. So I was using a StrikeMaster made by Rapala adapter for a drill. You can see it right here. So I decided that I didn't want to invest in a gas-powered auger because I didn't want the maintenance involved with it and storing it for half a year with such a big power head. And I didn't want to go into a cordless battery-powered one because I didn't want to have yet another ecosystem for batteries, right? I've got the steel batteries for my garden tools. I got my Milwaukee batteries for my power tools. So I didn't want to have yet another ecosystem to go to. So I figured, you know what, my Milwaukee drill is more than powerful enough. I'll get an adapter. And I needed to get a different manual auger because the one I had didn't come apart and didn't have the bolt on it. So it went like this. So I bought myself an 8-inch Swede bore manual auger that is compatible with this adapter, as you can see by the screenshot. And it worked great. I drilled a dozen holes a year with it. And then this past season, between Christmas and New Year's 2024, I went out with my kid and we got out on the ice and we drilled a few holes. I think we drilled 3 or 4 holes. Did some fishing for a couple hours, and then we realized, you know what, the bite's not so good. A couple hundred meters south, the bite's usually a little better. So we figured we'd move there. There's a lot of people there. Move down there, try that out. We go to drill a couple of holes. My kid's getting the tent ready, and I'm drilling a couple of holes outside for the tip-ups. And all of a sudden, the drill, I can feel I'm getting to the bottom of that ice, and we're still talking like early ice. It's only thick, 8 inches thick or whatever. We weren't driving on the ice yet. Just as I get into that bottom layer ice, just as it breaks out, I can feel the auger break through the ice, and then all of a sudden the auger starts to separate from my drill. For the first split second, I actually thought I dropped the drill. But it was still in my hand, and I see the auger go down. So I toss my drill to the side, plunge my hand into the water, trying to catch that auger before it falls. But the current in the river, and gone right away. So it's gone. So I'm trying to figure out what happened. I thought, did this bolt break? I checked it before I went out in the morning. Sure enough, no, it's sheared off right at the drill. So if you look here, the adapter was still lodged in my drill chuck, but it just broke. So anyway, and that's something I didn't expect would happen. I've been on forums where they talked about these bolts breaking, so I check them every time I go out. Anyway, so I get home and I'm pretty annoyed. I've now ruined the second half of my fishing trip. I only got 2 holes into the ice, so we didn't stay much longer. We came home and I sent an email to Rapala and I said to him, listen, what kind of garbage is this? This thing's $30, and it drilled maybe 2 dozen holes for me. It's not like I've drilled hundreds of holes with it. So they asked me for bills and receipts for my auger and for this, and I said to them, well, I don't have it. I didn't keep it. There's nothing warranty on it. And same with this. Last thing I suspected was that there could be a warranty issue with it. So I said to them, I don't have it, to which they said they can't do anything for me. I'm like, well, what would you have done? And they said, well, they would have replaced this for me. And I'm like, well, that's not what I'm after here. I'm not after for them to replace this or to even replace the auger. I said, there's an updated version of this, and where's the confidence? There's no confidence in your products. What have you done to ensure that the new products are better? What are you doing to make sure that your customers are confident in your product? So, crickets. So anyway, I went to Cabela's. It was early January. At this point in time, a lot of stuff was sold out. So I actually went on Marketplace, found the exact same auger I had, which is a Swede bore 8-inch, which is nice. All my spare blades now fit. And while I was at Cabela's buying the other auger, I came across this. This is made by Cabela's brand. So unlike this one, which is a cheap piece of garbage, I found this. And this is really nice. First off, if you look, needs a 1/2 inch chuck. So if you just look at the difference in the thickness here, there. So if you look here, like, way better. It grips into that chuck way better. It's gonna needs a lot higher shear strength than what this thing has. The other thing that this has is it's got a handle on it, so I don't need to use the handle for my drill. And it's got a little grease nipple in here, so you can grease it up to ensure it keeps turning nice and smoothly. And it's got an extension. That looks about 8 inches maybe, 3 settings, so you can extend your auger. I've used this now, as you can see by the marks on it. I've used it a few times. Works fantastic. Nice and sturdy, gives me a lot of confidence. I don't think that this is going to shatter it or break at any point in time. This is still an issue, so I have to consider what I'm going to do here. Now cut into the side of a frisbee, and then a little hole, and then you put the frisbee over top here, and then you can melt the plastic back, and then you'll have a disc there that if it ever breaks, it'll get caught, and then it won't fall. The main point of the video is I wanted to talk to you guys about these Rapala StrikeMaster drill adapters. Don't use them, don't trust them. If Rapala had come back to me and said, you know, this updated version right here is way better than this out-of-date version, then and you know, we're warrantying it with, you know, a no-break warranty. If it breaks, you're going to be covered up to $200 or whatever. If they did something like that, and I'd say, you know what, it's worth the risk, try it out, because they're nice and compact, right? But realistically, now that I've seen this thing here and it was $5 more, I gotta say to myself, you know, it's not worth it. It's really not worth it. I am so disappointed in that product. Even more so, rather than the break of the product, like I said, I am just so disappointed in their response. Their response really was that they didn't care. And the one thing I said to them is, you know, it's not a matter of the fact that a $100 auger went down the hole. It's not a matter that a $30 tool adapter that I bought broke. You know, okay, that's $150. That sucks. You know, it hurts a little bit. Got to go out and spend the money again. But what really sucks about it is that people will get up early in the morning, pack up their fishing stuff. They're going to drive potentially for a couple hours to get out to the lake. They're going to set up. They're going to be all great, all happy to go out. Now they're going to want to drill some holes, you know, and then their fishing trip is ruined. So potentially a day off work, weekend plans. So that's really what we're dealing with, is ruining somebody's fishing experience. When you compare that to the $150, it's peanuts. And that's what they didn't recognize. And that's what annoyed me, is the fact that, you know, it was irrelevant. It just seemed like they didn't care. I would have liked to hear some kind of a statement from the company that instills trust, other than just, I can't help you, I'll get back to you in a week when the manager is back in. That's what I heard, and no response. So I figured I'd make this video. I'd let you guys know what I experienced. And if you're looking to convert from a manual auger to a battery powered drill adapter, the StrikeMaster tool, pass by it. If StrikeMaster gets back to me and I hear something about how they've improved it or anything like that, I'll post a follow-up video. But as it stands right now, I cannot recommend this. Spend a few bucks more. Go to Bass Pro or Cabela's. This is their XBS brand. Like, way better. Go for this one. Thanks for watching. Can't tell you when I'm going to do the next video, but if you liked it, hit a like, hit a subscribe. Thanks again, and we'll talk next time.